So I'm sorry for keeping you talking there. We got to learn afterwards that you were basically filling space, and we were sitting enjoying actually. So we were like waiting. Oh, this is amazing. We don't want to interrupt this. Okay. Hi. We are from Envision and from Tieto. And we've been here for the last 2 days to try and find a fantastic application to give an award to. So we have some prizes to give out, and we have some Envision subscriptions, and a fantastic computer, which is here somewhere, there, and a goodie bag, lots of goodie bags. But what we were mostly interested in is trying to see how startup companies deal with design. And that's something that's really important for us as an organization like Tieto, and obviously for Envision also. So yeah, I'm Simon Kavanagh from Tieto.
I'm Avi Millman from Envision.
So here in Finland, you probably know Tieto, but I'm contractually obliged to tell you a little bit more about it. So we're an enormous organization. It's like 14,000 people in healthcare and welfare, which is the vertical that we're here today with. We're about 1,300 people. And we have like over 1,500 customers around the Nordics. And these are big regions, hospitals, local doctors, dental clinics, labs, all this kind of stuff.
So for those of you who don't know what Envision is a digital product design and collaboration platform. So it helps you prototype digital designs and teams work together. We're helping companies around the world save up to 40 to 60% on their product development cycles and get to market that much quicker. That's everybody from startups to the Fortune 500. And it starts on free packages, so if you're not using Envision today, please check it out. It's totally free to use, and you'll get a lot out of it. So great design is about emotion, empathy, and experience. I think this becomes really interesting when we talk about B2B products, healthcare, consumer products, but in traditional areas that maybe haven't valued design. The question is, what do you want somebody to feel when they use your application? And this can apply, again, to industries where that may not have been previously paid attention to, now that the world as a whole is going digital. So how will you use design, how will you design your application to achieve those feelings? When we were looking at companies and how they did user experience design on the floor over the last couple days, that's how we kind of thought of it. Our favorite thing to do was to put ourselves in the position of the user, whether that was just an end user or somebody working at a hospital, and to understand how easy it was to use and how that made us feel as a user.
So if we cue the video, maybe?
So we have a couple-minute trailer. Envision actually put together a feature documentary on the importance of design in today's modern world. And so I think this will sort of show some of the importance of it throughout different types of industries. You can, after the video, there will be a link where you can view the trailer, but if you do want to view the video.
We are living in what's essentially revolutionary times.
Over the last 5 years, there's been several billion-dollar companies started by designers, and that's a new phenomenon.
Companies are starting to get closer to the idea that if you can create an amazing experience, it's going to help improve your business.
I think the better companies get design involved from day one.
Engineers think about systems. Does this actually functionally work? Where designers have to think about people and their emotional state and their quirks and idiosyncrasies.
At its best, design is human. It's not about, does it have drop shadows? Is it pretty? It's more about the connection I have to it.
When we think about designing products, we're trying to tap into things that are natural and to like and share things. These are things that existed well before Facebook did.
We are just in the infancy of developing a whole language around gestures. The first time that I zoomed, it was like, oh, fantastic. I almost want to get to a point where I can caress products because that's humane. I don't click people.
We're going to draw 3 panels of a solution. What we want to do is think about how a user is actually going to navigate through an interface.
We can quickly build stuff and test it with users, so we'll know when something as subtly has changed about our environment and a new thing is possible.
And that's when you can be very, very powerful, very dangerous to the incumbents.
Even the best companies in the world that just have amazing processes, they're vulnerable if they haven't thought about design.
There's less space today for a clunky, painful experience.
People have choice now. If they open it up and in a few seconds they don't immediately understand the value, they're done.
When your design has a reach of 1.4 billion people, it's rare that you're designing just for yourself.
Design, I think, touches at the fundamental aspect of what people are trying to solve in their lives.
I think at the end of the day, what we really want to know is how big of a human problem are we solving?
The questions now aren't, can we build it? Because more and more the answer is yes, we can build anything. The question is, what is the future that we want to build together? For me, that's the power of design.
So again, that was just a trailer for a full documentary we have about digital design. So if anybody does want to schedule a screening for your company, or I'm not sure exactly who I have in the audience right now, but is interested in the feature film, you can shoot me an email or go to that website.
I'll just wait a couple of seconds if you want to take a picture of that rather than trying to type in that URL. So as Avi says, we're here for the past 2 days to try and identify how design plays into the startup world and how important design is for you guys when you're trying to entice investors. And I think we came away with some key points. Firstly, it's I mean, if you want to gain credibility, if nobody knows who you are, nobody has heard about your company before, and you're trying to impress people, please put attention into design. If you're standing there and you've known nothing about this organization and what they do, and you can actually show them something and give them a device that they can click on, even if it's a prototype, your conversation takes a whole other direction than just trying to describe something and describe the value. So I would say that's the biggest takeaway, especially in the startup world, where you don't have a name, nobody knows who you are. We saw some really cool stuff in the last 2 days, and we were really impressed. We had a tough time to try and choose a winner, but we did over some beers last night and a fight. But we eventually settled on one, and I'm pretty happy, and I think Avi is pretty happy also. So hopefully we have someone from Kaiku Health here.
Congrats, guys. Yeah, we were just extremely impressed by the design, by the thought they'd put into it, by the ease of use. So congratulations.
Yeah, congratulations. And thanks very much. And we are look forward to come back next year and see how things have progressed. Thanks from us.
Thank you.